Previously on Syrvivor.
Cat is individual.
So she thinks that there's like a Wentworth 4.
I found a fucking second idol. I'm not gonna tell anybody about this.
We found the second freaking idol.
I don't want Jake to get a free ride to Final Five.
You know, if Jake plays the idol, Hannah goes home, and everyone's happy, and we'll move on.
I don't want there to be a tie. I hope I can convince Mitch and Hannah that like we are blindsiding Jack.
Let's go for the total Hannah Dolan redemption arc.
He's telling people that they're going to celebrate tomorrow when they go to the out.
The 12th person voted out of Syrvivor Syracuse Heroes vs. Villains, and the 4th member of our jury, Hannah.
Well, that was the dumbest vote I've ever been a part of. Kind of embarrassing.
Hannah was sent home, which was the end goal, so just the way that it was executed was a little messed up. The whole plan was to split 4-4, which is what I thought was going to happen. See if Jake plays an idol. If he doesn't, then we would re-vote, and we'd just vote Hannah, so she was going home no matter what.
So, Hannah goes home instead of me. She thought she had me good. But she didn't, obviously, because for some reason people still want me in the game.
Jack called me, and that was a pretty positive conversation. I think he was pretty nice about it. He was like, I understand why I wrote your name down, or why I wrote his name down. He's like, it's all right. He's like, hopefully we'll still be able to work together.
Hannah was a lost cause. I'm glad that she's gone. She was just a headache for everyone. So that was actually the dumbest thing I've ever seen from her. Didn't really think it could get much worse than her previous decisions, but seeing Jack's name on the paper, wow. She really voted herself out.
Hannah and Mitch lied. They voted Jack instead, which I know Kat was upset that it made us look dumb, but I talked to Jake after and just explained, like, I told him I didn't want him to go home. I didn't want him to go home and that I was voting for Hannah at the revote, but I was planning to vote him the first time.
Oh, Hannah went home and she's so mad. I know she's gonna be pissed at me. I know she's probably the most likely to be a bitter juror. I think her or Mitch, honestly, could be very bitter jurors. I don't think anybody else really would. Maybe Derek. I don't know. I think Austin and Owen respect the game 100%. I feel like Kat is gonna respect the game 100%. I think Cam could be a bitter juror. I don't really know. Jack, Abby, Gabby all respect the game. Even though Gabby definitely could be a little bitter. And I obviously have been the best player.
I know Jake wants me in because he's a threat too, and that takes the pressure off him. I don't know how eventually that's gonna work, but eventually one of us is gonna go.
I don't know how things are looking for Jack. I don't know if he's, on top of things, in control right now, or if it's just the Jake show. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. It's Jake's game to win at this point.
Kat is also a threat. I think the only people that really have a shot of winning are me, Kat, and Jake. Obviously Mitch could win because he got voted out and came back in. That's a cool story. But if he's against me, Jake, or Kat, I think he loses.
I'm so intrigued to see who's gonna make it to the end, though. Kat might. I don't know. Kat's been also very snaky, though, so I don't know what her chances are. People might still just take Cam.
Abby basically has no shot of winning. She's just trying to make it easier for her to get to the end, even though she'll probably get dragged to the end. Her Cam or Gabby will definitely, one of them will be in the final two, because whoever they go up against, they lose to.
I don't know when Gabby and Abby are going to start playing their own game, because I'm going to be so mad if they're in the final two. And I'm not. Like, whoever, if it's literally the two of them, I don't even know how that would be possible. I feel like I would just have to quit Syrvivor.
If I survive tonight I will do a cooking show. I'm making dinner right now. Everything had to cool. So we have, this is a chili coconut milk sauce. There's green beans, we have meatballs. And now we can coat the meatballs in the sauce.
Welcome back, Final 7, more to Final 7. First things first, Kat, I'll take that back. Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. In addition to this immunity will also be the Sole Tribe buff. It's in my car. Yeah, but in the theme of the Sole Tribe, Sole 4 Season 3 was all about social gameplay. Talking to people, building relationships. And similar to that is this challenge. You played a variation of this earlier in the season, but Syrvivor Superlatives is a landmark for Final 7. So everyone will take out their phones, spread out. You know how this works. Do not consult with one another. You're not letting each other know your answers. It won't help you that much. This challenge is very bare bones than other challenges that we've done with Syrvivor Superlatives. We're just doing core aggregate score. Whoever gets the most right after all 23 are said will take home immunity and 1 in 6 shots of winning this game, as well as give out the 5th clue to that same item. If it is tied, we have a good amount of tiebreaker questions. Without the question, you are supposed to write down who you thought was the majority answer for that question. Not necessarily what you put down for the majority. Question 1. Who doesn't deserve to be in the final 7? Alright, reveal. Keep your answers up. Correct answer was Mitch, which means Mitch, Abby, Jake gets a point. Who is the most deserving to be in the final 7? Reveal. Alright, we have Jake, Cam, Jack, Jake, Jake. The correct answers were Jake, Kat, and Cam. Season 1. Everyone but Abby and Mitch gets a point. Who is the best liar out of the final 7? Reveal. Jack, Jake, Jack. Guys, your names are similar. Correct answer was Jake. Keep your hands up. Means Kat, Mitch, Cam, Jake get a point. Who is the worst liar from the final 7? 3, 2, 1. Abby, Cam, Mitch, Cam, Gabby, Kat, Cam. Correct answer was Cam, which means Gabby, Cam, and Kat. Get that correct.
was like, did you really vote for yourself? And I was like, yeah, I voted for myself on that one because I don't lie. I don't think I'm a bad liar. It's just like I don't have a lot of practice with lying, so that does make me bad because I don't like lying. I told everyone that.
Out of this final 7, who needs a stop talking button? Deal? Gabby, Kat, Mitch, Kat, Jack. The correct answer was Jack. Abby, Jake, and Gabby.
Apparently I talk too much. It's whatever.
Out of the final 7, who is the person you would want to take out on a date? Everyone with a deal? Abby, Mitch, Cam, Mitch, Gabby, and Gabby. The correct answers were Gabby and Mitch. Gabby got that right?
Mitch, we should date.
Okay, well, I'm glad everybody says they want to date me, but
Everyone with Mitch. Out of the final 7, who is the person to be most successful? Everyone deal? Keep your answers raised. Abby, Jake, Gabby, Jake, Kat. The correct answer was Abby, which means Abby and Jake.
I didn't know who that. All of you. We're all going to be successful.
Out of the final 7, who is the person that is taking this game way too seriously? Everyone deal? We have Jack, Jake. The correct answer was Jack, which means everyone but Kat and Cam. Jake will lead over Gabby and Abby up to 2 points. And free question number 9. Who out of the final 7 is taking this game too lightly? Everyone deal? Cam, Gabby, Cam. The correct answer was Abby.
What?
No one did. No one did that.
It's just because I don't bring my buff.
Out of the final 7, who is the person that would break COVID restrictions to look for an idol? Reveal? We have Jack. Everyone said Jack. Everyone is correct. No, you don't have to add anymore.
I'm getting fast.
Yeah.
Out of the final 7, who is the person that most likely has an idol / advantage right now? 3, 2, 1, reveal. We have Cam, Jake, Jack, Kat. The correct answer was Jake, which means Jake, Abby, Kat. Right? That's it. Out of the final 7, who is the biggest social threat? Reveal. Mitch, Kat, Jake, Jack, Mitch. Correct answers were Mitch, Jack, and Jake, which means everyone but Kat. Out of the final 7, who is the biggest strategic threat? Everyone reveal? Jake, one Jack. The correct answer is Jake, so everyone but Jake. Who's the biggest physical threat? Everyone reveal? Mitch, Cam, Mitch, Jack. Everyone, you got it right, except for Gabby. It was Mitch and Cam, which means everyone but Gabby.
That's a stretch, guy.
Out of the final 7, who is playing the most different game from the previous time playing? Yep. Kat, Cam, Jack, Gabby, Cam. The correct answer was Cam, which means Kat, Mitch, Cam, and Gabby. Out of the final 7, who's playing the most similar game from their previous time playing? Most yep. Jack, Abby, Jake, Abby. Correct answer was Abby. It means Kat, Jake, and Gabby. Get it right? Out of the final 7, who is riding the most coattails? Reveal. We have Cam, Gabby, Abby. Cam, Gabby, Abby. Correct answer was Gabby. So who had it? Kat, Abby. That's it. Out of the final 7, who is the leader calling the shots? Reveal. We have, just say it.
Jack.
Jack, Jake, Jack. Correct answer was Jake, which means Kat, Mitch, and Cam get that one. Out of the final 7, who has the best chance of being a bitter juror? Was it Vito? Yeah, Gabby, Abby, Cat, Jack, Gabby, Jack. The correct answer was Cat. Keep it up. Mitch, Abby, and that's it. Out of the final 7, who has the best chance of winning this game? Leo, Cat, Jack, Abby, Cat, Jake, Jake. The correct answer was Jake, which means Abby, Jake, and Gabby. Jake and Abby are tied at first with 12, Cat led behind the door, and Gabby in third with 10. Out of the final 7, who has the worst chance of winning this game? Leo. We have Jack, Gabby, Mitch, Gabby, Cam. Is that Jack? Jack? Correct answer was Gabby, which means Cat, Cam, and Abby get a point.
I'm not too mad that people think I'm like completely useless. That's honestly kind of awesome.
We're down to the final 2 questions. Abby in the lead, up 1 from Jake and Cat. Cam and Gabby slowly falling out of it. They need 8 miracle words, right? Actually, no, I think they're out. It's up to Cat, Jake, and Abby. Out of the final 7, who has the dark horse / sneakiest chance of winning this game? Alright, reveal. Mitch. Pick a Luke. That's you're already out, doesn't matter. Cam, Abby, Cat, Cam. The correct answers, keep them up, were Mitch, Cat, and Gabby. Which means Cat, Jack, and Jake. Remember, if it ties, we will have tiebreaker questions, and I'll explain that later. Alright, last question. Out of the final 7, if the game ended today, who would you vote to win? Reveal? Just looking at these 3. Cat, Jake. The correct answers were Cat, Jake, Jack. So you guys, all 3 of you are moving on to the tiebreaker questions. Everyone else, put your boards down.
Okay, so I know the superlative challenge that just happened. I definitely wasn't gonna win.
I don't know how you can throw a superlative challenge, but I think I did a pretty good job.
For this tiebreaker questions, we'll start with 2 questions. So one and another. It's still tied after that. In any way, shape, or form, we'll have 2 extra ones until we're not tied. You may be wondering where we're getting these questions. Mitch might know. Mitch, you cannot say anything.
Oh my god.
These questions were given out to the pre-jury.
Oh
Before they were voting someone back into the game. So it's not an option. Okay. So basically, anyone from the 10 or the 11 merged, excluding Mitch, is viable as an answer. First question. Who of the final 10 is least worthy to be there? Alright, reveal. We have Gabby, Abby, Gabby. You are all incorrect. Majority answer was Cam.
Wow.
I knew they were
Prove them wrong.
Last question. Who of the final 10 is most worthy to be there? Alright, Olivia. Derek, Owen, Austin. I will say that someone is taking home immunity from these choices. I will grab it. Abby says Austin, Jake says Owen, Kat says Derek. One of these answers is correct. And the majority answer from the pre-jury was Owen. Jake, would you guys come up here? Jake, you stay here. Jake, you have a 1 in 6 shot of winning this game. Jake cannot be voted out this next start of the console. In addition, you will be given the 5th and final clue to that same merge title. You know that. Gabby, you're receiving that after tonight. Alright. For the rest of you, Crown Council on Friday, or someone will be the 13th person voted out of this game and the 5th member of our jury.
When it came to like superlatives, like who's the biggest threat, who's having a good strategic game and social game, and who's doing this good, my name was never brought up by anyone. But you know, I think that's good because I do know that I have a strategic game, I have a social game, and people aren't viewing that as a threat right now, which is good because I'm not on any radars right now.
Now Jake won because he so that Abby rode coattails and Gabby didn't deserve to be in the game. I didn't have to say any of that. I just voted for myself half the time. So there's some strategy behind it.
Super pumped. With this immunity win, it means that I have now won more immunity challenges than anyone in Syrvivor Syracuse history, so super pumped about that. It also means, because I have 2 idols in my pocket, that I'm in the final 4 instead of the final 6. So I'm just kind of blown away that they let me get to this point, and now I'm going to be in the final 4.
Jake is probably going to come after me this week. It doesn't feel good. I was so close to winning immunity, and I feel like I have to work hard every single vote, and this is going to be the one that matters the most as of now. So I'm very nervous. Very, very nervous.
I knew Jake wanted to win it so badly because he's an idol and he can just have a free ride to the final 5. I honestly don't care, but at least I don't care anymore.
I'm worried that like Jake seems to be the #1 person that they've clobbed. Glad he won immunity this week. That's huge. Excited to hunt for this idol. I think it's already gone though, so.
I guess I'm gonna go look for an idol that I already have. I feel like half my vlogs this season have started with me just pumping my fists, which has kind of shown how incredibly well this game has gone for me up to this point. But I won immunity.
Of course Jake is immune. Of course. I just like knew that would happen. It was really close at the end, but he pulled it out.
We can't find this stupid shit thing. Literally in the fucking bushes. In the daytime. At the geology building. Because it's here. And someone has it. And it's gotta be Mitch. And he's lying. Or Jack has it. Probably is Jack. It's not Jake.
I sat there and I walked at Tribal Council and I walked by Abby and I go, do I play it? And she goes, I don't know. And then right before the votes, I don't know if it'll be shown in the episode, but she leans over and she's like, Jake, play it. And I was like, should I play it? And Gabby's like, don't you fucking dare play it.
Here I am at these heroi bushes trying to find this stupid idol. I have no idea where it could be. I'm using a stick to dig through the dirt. It feels like I'm gonna pass out. I've been here for like 30 minutes. There's a lawnmower going. I don't know what's happening anymore.
I looked last night a little bit with Jake and Jack, and Jack seemed like overly, I don't know. I'm missing acting major Hannah Dolan a little bit because she could have given him a couple tips on subtlety. Because I'm really not buying that he doesn't have it. Even though he keeps saying like, if I had it, I would tell you. I'm sure you know I would tell you. No, at this point, no, I don't know that you would tell me. So yeah, I think that he might have it. If he doesn't have it, it's either Kat or Cam. But I feel like if you look for the idol for like 24 total hours of your life and don't find it, girl, what are you doing?
I got voted out on 2 idols played, and we had the alliance.
2 idols?
The alliance was 5-4, but I had a steal a vote to make it 4-4, and then they played their idol the right way, we played our idol wrong. So, because every time, like, both alliances had my idols.
Well, there were like 5 million idols in this season.
So that's why I have PTSD to vote someone.
So I am at anyone's mercy this week. Gabby's a liar, Jake's a liar. Abby, maybe she's willing to do something.
I mean, for this week, I'm really down for anyone.
Honestly, same. What's it down to? 7 people, so we need 4 votes. I'm just trying to think if there would be a unanimous one, or if it would be something that's on a bit and then 4 people involved. Is there anyone that would ever want to just like 6 people vote? I'm trying to think. Would that be convenient?
I want a non-threat out of the game. I would like to keep Cat around. Jake wants Cat out.
Yeah, Jake, I think, will probably be coming after me this week. You know, it's not a surprise that villains have been saying my name because I'm the biggest threat out of the remaining heroes. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't come as a surprise. I guess what took them so long, but I have been talking to Jack and Jake because I think the three of us have the best chance of winning right now, which is like so crazy, but I was like, guys, we have to stick together for this vote because if I get voted out, then Jake and Jack have no shot of winning.
Yeah, Kat's got to go, in my opinion. She's too dangerous. She's scheming and plotting much more than the other two are, and without her, I'm not sure what they're going to do. Obviously, Mitch has kind of been following Hannah's lead, and now I'm interested to see where he falls in the line. I'm going to have to do a lot of explaining to him, but I hope that he would fall in line with Gabby and I, because Gabby and I both want to work with him.
I like Gabby. I love Gabby. I love her. I don't know how much I can trust her in this game. It's definitely a concern of mine. Kat was kind of thinking, you know, if she could, if there was a move to be made, maybe on Gabby. She said, you know, it'd have to be very hush-hush, kept away from Jake. She doesn't know if she really would want to tell Jack either, so I guess that leaves Abby. She said she'll talk to Abby tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
So I'm in kind of rough shape this morning, but you know, we had a great time at Lucy's last night. The final 7 minus Jack and Abby all went out. 5 people, 4 fish bowls, and it was a good time. And you know, I had a really, really good time with Kat, and I have no excuses for this. I had a really good time with Kat, and you know, I think she had fun with me. I had fun with her. But you know, the thing is Kat is tossing my name around this week. Oh, Kat, don't do that.
I think Kat's in trouble. Well, at the start of the week, I thought Kat was in trouble. You know, we did vote for Jake, and it seems like Jake is running the show, so it just seems like by default it would be her or I.
I called Gabby a little bit after I talked to Jake, and I was like, look, Kat talked to me earlier, and she said she's like really sus of you. She kind of hinting that she wants me to write your name down. She was like, oh. She seemed a little surprised, a little shocked. I don't know if that was genuine or not, but...
Mitch has been kind of hurting himself by going around and spreading lies and stuff. I think if he just kept his mouth shut, everyone would be voting for Kat today. I'm not saying that they're not going to, but he's been throwing his name around, and surprisingly, Jake actually, well, I was talking to him and like being like, oh, sorry, I wrote your name down, like explaining myself. It's like, I'll do whatever you want this week, like I want to gain your trust, like what do we want to do? He said Mitch, and I said, well, as long as it's not Kat or me, I'm totally in with whoever.
Jake texted me. He said, can we call him? So I literally called him right after, like a minute after I hung up with Jack, and he was like, hey, just want to give you an update. He said, I just got off the phone with Kat, and she told me to vote for you.
I talked to Jake last night, and I was like, I think if you want a shot at winning this game, it would be most beneficial if, you know, me and Jack are still in the game, making it to Final 6 or even Final 5, because I don't think it's fair for someone like Abby or Gabby or Mitch or even Cam really to to win this game by not, actually making decisions. Sure, they're playing their own game, but I definitely have more respect for my game and Jack and Jake's games at this point. So I think Jake agrees, and we called today and he said that he would vote for Mitch, and I believe him, but I'm hesitant.
So that was great. Great to hear. He was saying that she was saying my name and that, she doesn't trust me, whatever, wants me gone, I guess. I don't know. Not surprised. Sucks. I don't know if she's scrambling. But I told him, it's like, yeah, well, she said Gabby's name to me, so I don't know what she wants. I assume she wants me gone, though. So. I don't know why, though. Like, I don't know. I will help her. I want to.
I just really, really hope that Kat isn't the one going home today, or myself. It sucks that Mitch is going home because outside the game, I love Mitch, but inside the game, he's lying and he's good at challenges, and I can't trust him. So, sorry, Mitch, but I hope it's you and not Kat.
Jack is super nervous about the fact that somebody's gonna come for him if Kat goes out. And, Abby and I have done our best to reassure him. But at the same time, I don't think he's wrong. And I'm starting to think about the Final Four because I know I'm gonna be there. The question is, who do I want to be there with?
If Kat goes, I still have Gabby and Abby, and they think I'm one. If I would turn on them and vote one of Gabby or Abby off, I would lose my relationship with Jake. And I would lose my relationship with whoever stays, Gabby or Abby. I'd burn a lot of bridges if I kept Kat in the game.
Like, I would be scared to put every vote on Mitch or something,
Yeah, I guess that. I wish we had numbers to split, but we don't. Wait.
But there's like 7.
Yeah, no, you
That'd be
can't.
so
it'd be 2, 2, and what, 3? That would happen.
No,
or 3 and 2, and then 2 people are left out. But
I mean, no, you can't, because then there would be 3 people to. Wait. I don't know. You could do it if you did 2 and 3, and then 2 people left out.
Yeah.
Because I think we should do.
You low-key could. I feel like that's hard though. That's like close to just like getting all 6 on the same page.
Yeah. I think we should do a 4 for all together, and not tell anyone the plan. Yeah. Like get 4 people and then shut up. Yeah. I feel like that's what has to happen. Who would we bring in for the 4th though? Who would be best to bring in as the 4th?
Who's not gonna say anything?
Who the fuck knows? Jack got the superlative for need to stop talking button. I don't know, because I know Jack and Gabby are close.
Jack and Gabby?
Yeah. Actually, and Jake and Gabby.
Yeah, I thought they were close too.
Kind of both of them. Ooh, that's Gabby. That's not Gabby. No, in the car. That's so random. Oh fuck. What the fuck? That's very random.
I'm gonna try something a little bit experimental. And it's either gonna be really cool or make me look really stupid. But this is my pendulum. This is my pendulum, made of a beautiful piece of tiger's eye. And I'm gonna ask her a few questions about the game right now. The way my pendulum is programmed, and I will double check, because you're supposed to do that, is a circle means no, and back and forth means yes. Is the immunity idol gone? It's gone. Does Jack have the hidden immunity idol? Steady. production. Was that the coolest thing you've ever seen?
I'm not opposed to anyone really this week. I'm only opposed to people if I really think they have an idol because I'm terrified. Unless they're not after me, but
I haven't heard anyone say your name, but I haven't also talked
this
to many
week
people.
I
and
feel
no one
like
said
this
a name,
week.
so
This week, I know I literally haven't talked to anyone but you guys really yet. I don't know. I feel like this week is the most up in the air week there's gonna be yet, like line wise. Like I feel like there's not any like, oh these people are gonna vote together. It's gonna, oh these people are gonna come after. Like I feel like anything could fucking happen. That's why I want to think of someone that it could be unanimous on, but I don't know if that's even a possibility at this point in Final 7.
I think relationships are going to change from here on out. It's not going to be a set thing. I think it's going to be a week by week, which I think really helps Kat and mine game, our game, just because, you know, nothing's solid. Like we're not trying to break into something that's so strong. We're kind of just like everyone's floating around and doing it on the fly, I feel, so it makes it easier to find cracks and sneak our way in. So hopefully this week we were successful in doing that.
Welcome, Final 7, to your next tribal council. Jake, congratulations on immunity. How does it feel to be having that immunity after the Superlatives challenge?
Oh, it feels really good. I mean, the Superlative challenge is definitely something. I know I was pretty disappointed nobody wanted to take me on a date. But no, I mean, I was surprised to see that challenge come up again, and after how last tribal council went down, I'm definitely very pumped to, you know, be in the final 6 and not have had the stress this week.
Let's talk about that Superlatives challenge. Mitch, you were voted least deserving to be in this Final 7. Now, part of that might be because you got voted back into the game. Do you think that's fair, or do you think you saw it coming?
I mean, I think that's fair. I don't really take it as a slight because, I mean, everyone here deserves to be here. I don't think anyone thinks that anyone doesn't deserve to be here. But definitely getting voted out already and having to come back in, you know, that's an easy way to just put my name down.
Kat, you were voted most deserving to be in the Final 7. How do you think your perception has evolved throughout this game? And do you think you're built into like a kind of a threat in this Final 7?
I mean, I'm flattered that we thought that. I think everyone's a threat at this point, so if people start thinking about me that way, then I'm not really surprised.
Gabby, on some side, you were voted least likely to win and riding the most coattails, but also tied for being a sneaky dark horse player to win the game. How do you view these superlatives?
Well, I mean, I think that the sneaky aspect of it goes hand in hand with the fact that people don't seem to think that I, you know, am doing anything. But I mean, it's definitely interesting to see people's perceptions because I mean, I feel like we all kind of, a lot of us have a different idea of certain dynamics, and it's not something that I was mad about by any means, but it does sting a little.
Yeah, Jake, you won the challenge, but of course you were also picked as most likely to win the game as well as the biggest strategic threat. Do you think that puts a threat on you?
Yeah, I mean, the target on me continues to grow, it seems like. And at the same time, it's, you know, in that the quiz or whatever, you say what you think other people are going to say, so it's not necessarily what people are actually thinking, so as much as, you know, people might say, oh, he's in this position or she's in this position, everyone's just trying to put something down that they think other people will say that will win the challenge. It definitely puts a target on my back, but I mean, I'm safe, so luckily I don't have to worry about that immediately, but it's definitely something to start thinking about as we get further and further into this game.
Cam, to echo that point, do you think there's a lot of weight on these superlatives, or do you think it's just kind of in the back of your head?
I think it's something in the back of your head. I mean, I think the one that I got, like worst liar, that one, yeah, okay, that's true. But the rest, like, it is people's opinions and what they perceive is going on and how they think other people are thinking. So it's something to keep in mind, but something not to make a definite decision about.
Kat, with another villain getting voted off, is it fair to say that villain-hero split is totally abolished and there's new groups kind of forming?
I think so. I think each week you have to maneuver your way to find yourself in the best position. And I think the heroes and villains thing is done. I really do.
Jack, you received votes at last tribal council. Now, recalling it back to the week prior, Owen, the only vote for Hannah in that tribal council, then Hannah went home. Do Do you think it could be you today?
Absolutely. I think if you're anybody but Jake, you're expecting that you could go home, and I think that's a fair assessment of what's been going on. I mean, in terms of last week, thankfully, people thought it was in their best interest to save me, because it could have easily been me last week, but just fingers crossed, you know.
Abby, has there been talk about idols thus far? So far, only Owen has played idols, and there's been 5 clues to that new merge code. I said we haven't seen anything since that Owen idol. Has there been talk about idols? Has there been any discussion on who may have them?
Yeah, I mean, I think there always is. When I got the first clue, I was pumped because I know some of the other ones were found with 1 clue. And then I couldn't have been more lost. And then as the second one, I was like, okay, maybe now we'll get a little hint. Nope, nothing. They were so much harder. And then once you said there was 5 clues, I think all of us knew this idol was gonna be at another level. I know some people searched for multiple hours. Whenever I walk all over, I'm it's in the back of my mind, might as well check for idols. But it got to the point where I took Oliver for a walk and I just didn't even know where to look anymore. I wanted to go idol hunting and I just couldn't figure out where to even look. So I think this was an especially hard one. I think it's a good merge idol because it was that much harder. So I'm sure it's in the back of everybody's mind, but for all we know, it could still be out there because I have no idea.
Yeah. And Cam, lastly, we've seen crazy votes from Derek, Austin, a past winner, Owen, and Hannah kind of being blindsided. How do you think this vote will play out?
I honestly have no idea. I just really hope that it's not me, and what I think is the plan tonight, I hope that just really falls through, and if not, then I don't know, then we'll see.
That's it. It's time to vote. Gabby, you'll be first.
The only way I'll be blindsided is if I don't go home tonight.
Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave tribal council area immediately. We'll tally the votes. If anyone would like to use a hidden immunity idol or an advantage, now will be the time to do so. Alright, I'll read the votes. First vote. Mitch. Cat. 1 vote Mitch, 1 vote Cat, 5 votes left. Third vote. Mitch. Cat. 2 votes Mitch, 2 votes Cat, 3 votes left. Fifth vote. Cat. 6 vote. And the 14th person voted out for Syrvivor Syracuse, Heroes vs. Villains. The 5th member of our jury, Cat. Cat, that's 4. That's enough. You can drop your buff. Cat, say anything?
It's really fun, guys. Jack, Jake, good luck.
Next time on Syrvivor.
They still want me in the game, which I think is dumb for them, but it's great for me.
Everything would just devolve into complete shit and chaos.
We are here at the Kennedy Ice Arena at Syracuse University, a first for Syrvivor Syracuse.
It is Thursday, and I may or may not be screwed.
I know shit that nobody else knows in this game.
I came all this way. I'm not just gonna lie down and let Jack get whatever he wants again.
I am resisting my natural instinct to make an absolute disaster of this vote.
Very nervous.
Not me idol hunting at 10:30 at night. Jake, Oliver, what are you eating?
I mean, this really sucks. I thought I was playing one of the best games here.
I hate doing this, but you're a really good player. I hope we can be friends still, but I just think it's better for me just to kind of push you to the side if I can.
You know, I don't even know what to say at this point, but you know, Jake and Jack are playing the best games, and I hope one of them wins. So, yeah.